All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to tackle a topic that might just make you rethink everything you thought you knew about fitness and nutrition. We're talking about the Spartan diet and how our modern obsession with protein might be completely backwards. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. We're talking about some of the most elite, physically dominant warriors in all of history. And they built that strength, that endurance, without a single protein shake in sight. It's a pretty wild thought, and it's exactly what we're going to break down today.
Now look, I get it. This probably goes against everything you've heard. We've been sold this bill of goods that says more protein automatically equals more muscle. But the real story is so much more interesting. The Spartans tapped into a kind of nutritional wisdom that, honestly, we've kind of forgotten.
Okay, so let's dive right into myth number one, which is the biggest one of them all. This absolute obsession with protein. So the gym lore is, you finish your last rep and you gotta slam a protein shake immediately, right? But here's the thing the Spartans understood instinctively. Your body is only so good at using protein to build muscle at any given time. We're talking maybe 25 to 30 grams. So what happens to all that extra protein from a massive shake? Well, it doesn't just magically create bigger muscles. No, your body converts it and stores it as fat. The real secret is getting everything you need from a wide variety of actual whole foods. So how do you actually make this switch? It's really just a shift in how you think about your plate. Start making complex carbs and healthy fats the main event. Protein is still super important, but think of it as the best supporting actor, not the lead role. A really easy way to start is just have one less shake this week and replace it with a real meal. See how you feel. You know, this idea of balance is the perfect lead-in to our next point, because it's not just about protein, it's about the total amount of energy you're giving your body to work with. Man, so many of us have been taught you have to slash your calories to get that lean, chiseled look. But that's a trap. When you cut way back, your performance in the gym tanks, your muscles can't recover, and your body basically panics. It goes into survival mode, clinging on to every resource it has instead of building you up stronger. Now check this out, because this is where the magic happens. Look at that optimal surplus bar. See how it's just a little bit above maintenance? That's the sweet spot. A big, harmful deficit brings your progress to a screeching halt. Maintenance is, well, you're just treading water. But that small optimal surplus, that's the zone where you give your body just enough extra fuel to repair, grow, and perform like a beast without packing on unwanted fat. So, the game plan here is super simple. First, get a rough idea of your maintenance calories, what you need to just stay as you are. Then, just nudge it up a little bit. And you do that with awesome, high-quality foods like almonds, avocados, olive oil, and hearty whole grains. All right, let's wade into some controversial territory. It's time to talk about the one macronutrient everyone loves to hate, carbohydrates. And believe me, this is where most people really get it wrong. For years, we've been told carbs are the bad guy, but they're not. In fact, for any kind of tough, high-intensity training, carbohydrates are your body's #1 preferred fuel source. They fill up your muscle glycogen. Think of it as the premium, high-octane fuel in your body's gas tank. Without them, you're just running on fumes. You can't possibly give it your all. The trick, of course, is choosing smart carbs. We're talking the good stuff, the complex carbs like oats, quinoa, sweet potatoes, fruits, and beans that give you slow, steady energy. And look, an easy first step, just swap the white bread for whole wheat. That's it. It's a tiny change that makes a huge difference in how you feel. Okay, we're rocketing through these, and I've got to pause and ask, which one of these myths has been the biggest eye-opener for you so far? The protein one? The calories? Drop a comment below and let me know. And hey, if you're getting some value out of this, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more stuff like this. All right, we've covered the body's fuel, but what about the coolant system? Let's talk about hydration, because I promise you, it's way more than just drinking a bunch of water. Yeah, we all know water's important, but true hydration is all about balance, specifically your electrolyte balance. We're talking about crucial minerals like sodium, potassium, and magnesium. These are the little sparks that allow your muscles to contract and your nerves to fire. And when you sweat, you lose them. Just chugging plain water can actually dilute the electrolytes you have left. That's why getting them from food is such a game changer. This is where you can literally eat your water. Foods like cucumbers, watermelon, oranges, and even celery are just loaded with water and natural electrolytes. Here's a simple challenge. Just try to add one of these hydrating foods to every meal you eat. It's such an easy win for your performance. And if you're still with me, we've arrived at the final crucial piece of this entire puzzle, and that's timing. Because it's not just what you eat, it's when you eat it that matters.
The fitness world is obsessed with that so-called anabolic window, that mad 30-minute dash for a post-workout shake. But the Spartan way of thinking is so much more holistic. Your performance today was actually determined by the fuel you ate yesterday and this morning. It's about creating a constant state of readiness, so your body is always primed to perform at its best. So, the real takeaway is this. Fuel your performance by having a balanced meal an hour or two before you train. And then, yes, have a great recovery meal with carbs and protein within a half hour or so after you're done to kickstart that repair process. The best part is you can play around with this. Pay close attention to your energy levels and see what timing works best for you.
Phew, okay, that was a ton of information, I know. So let's boil this all down into one clear, super simple action plan you can take away from this today.
Here it is, your 5-point checklist. Number 1, forget protein overload. Focus on a variety of whole foods. 2, aim for that small, optimal energy surplus, not a crazy deficit. 3, use smart carbs as your main source of fuel. 4, eat your water by loading up on fruits and veggies. And number 5, think about nutrition all day long, not just in the 30 minutes after your workout. And this is the core idea I really want to leave you with. Their strength didn't come from some magic supplement or secret food. It came from a philosophy, an approach to nourishment that was balanced, that was purposeful, and that was designed for the task at hand. So the big question for you is, what's the first change you're gonna make? Are you gonna swap a shake for a meal? Maybe add some fruit to your breakfast? I really wanna know. Tell me your first step in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe so you're here for the next one. Fuel smart, everyone.